So earlier this afternoon, patrol officers were actively searching the area of the west side here for a wanted robbery suspect. This suspect had robbed an elderly male who was using a walker recently. Warrant was issued. We believe the same suspect was is involved in multiple other robberies in the same area of several different victims. Also today around 12:30, an additional robbery took place, and this suspect also fit that same description. So officers were in the area canvassing for that. They did notice a suspect that matched the description. There was also a suspicious persons called into dispatch, which got officers to the area around 4:30. This individual was observed by officers. He was commanded to stop. He took flight. He took flight in the area of 5700 block of Lexington Avenue, refused to comply with commands. An officer attempted to subdue him with an electronic control device. Efforts were negative. He was able to make it over a fence and continue to flee. He briefly hid under a residence and then fled from there. Officers are still in pursuit. As he attempted to jump another fence, an officer did discharge his issued firearm at the suspect. The suspect was not hit, was not struck. After this discharge, K-9 officers were closing in, and service dog Valor was able to apprehend the suspect. The only injuries that the suspect sustained were from the K-9 apprehension. He was transported to an area hospital where he was discharged, and he is currently under arrest and being interviewed by detectives at the Police Memorial Building. The officer that discharged his firearm is on administrative leave. He is not injured. We are going to release his details and work history at a later time. The identity of the suspect, as far as photos, name, identification, description, is all going to be held until a later time. We have a lot of robbery cases to sift through, to investigate, and if we released his description or picture, it would ruin the integrity of those cases. So please bear with us. We'll release that as soon as we can. The officer involved, only one officer did discharge his firearm. That officer was wearing a body-worn camera, and that obviously that evidence is being investigated by detectives, and we're looking to see what's on that footage.
Was the suspect targeting elderly people?
I don't have a list of all the cases, but I know the warrant that was issued was an elderly male who was knocked off his walker.
Where did he rob today?
I'm not sure where. I think it took place somewhere in this zone.
A business or a person?
It was a person. I believe these are all individual robberies.
Was it a person near a nursing home?
I'm not sure, but I did fail to mention the officer, at least in one of these incidents, he implied that he had a weapon. We're still searching the area to see if there was a weapon involved. We have not found any so far. But
so today he implied that he had a weapon. Was a weapon found?
I think that was on a previous case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he have a weapon on him today?
Not that we've been able to find, no.
Okay, because some people told us that he ran through a car dealership with a gun. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't.
So the suspect that you guys apprehended, is he the same guy with the incident that happened at 12:30 in the recent incident?
We believe so. Yeah. So we're already looking for him. He's got an active arrest warrant, and that description fits the description of the 12:30 case. So it all kind of fit together.
When did that initial incident take place from the arrest warrant?
I don't want to get too specific because we're still re-interviewing those victims and working the cases, but I would say within the last 2 weeks.
Was he with anybody else?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. No.
How many robberies would you say total he's involved in?
At least a ballpark figure?
I would say ballpark of 5, but it could be more, could be less.
So, can you confirm he's already been released from the hospital?
Yes.
He was not shot,
Correct.
only bitten by...
The only injury sustained was from the K-9.
He was bitten.
He was bitten, yeah. Valor is a 90-pound
Where
K-9,
was
so
he
he's
hit?
in the buttocks.
Any other questions?
Where did that shot fired? Where did that hit at?
We're still investigating where it would, but didn't hit a person.
Any other questions?
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
Chief.
Yep.